Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you're enjoying your Friday, ready to get the weekend started. So, I thought today I would go live to show you how to open an investment account. A lot of people been asking me, I want to trade stocks, I want to buy stocks, but I don't know how to open an investment account. And then someone else specifically reached out to me and said, well, you should do a video on how to open an investment or brokerage account. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Why not? So I'm going to just do that right now. Let me see. So the first thing I want to say is I think I'm going to use E-Trade to try to open a new account. I have accounts other places. I can't use the ones that I already have because it's going to ask me to log in and look at information I already have. I really want this for people that don't have anything. If you want to just start fresh, if you don't have any investment accounts, you don't have any brokerage accounts, you don't hold any investments, I kind of just want to start fresh to show you, if you don't have anything, just start the process. So I think I'm just going to use E-Trade. I don't have any E-Trade accounts, so I'm just going. I never used E-Trade, so hopefully this process is not that difficult. I don't know if they have any loops or anything, so I'm going to try to get as far as I can get to just give you, a little guidance on if you did want to open an account. This is what you want to do. So I'm not telling you to pick E-Trade. I'm not in a position to tell you what broker to use. Examples are E-Trade or Scottrade, TD Ameritrade, Vanguard, T. Rowe Price, Charles Schwab. Those are just some examples of places you can go. But I'm not in the position to tell you which one to specifically pick. But for today, I'm just going to use E-Trade just to, see. I mean, the process is usually pretty similar. With the brokerage account, even you may be different brokers, the process is pretty similar. So if you open a bank account, you go to PNC or you go to Wells Fargo, the process is not going to be identical, but it's going to be very similar. So for today, I'm just going to use E-Trade. You can use whatever one you want. I'm not telling you what to use. I'm not telling you what to buy. Please don't say that I said that. So, I'm going to just try to use this one. So if you just go to, and then this is etrade.com. So I'm going to go to open a new account, see what that does. So once you go to open a new account, it's going to ask you what type of account. So there's brokerage, rollover IRA, E-Trade, one-stop rollover IRA, traditional Roth SEP. Brokerage is what I'm going to be doing today, just to show you. That's just so you can trade stocks. Rollover IRA is like, let's say you had an IRA at another firm and you wanted to roll it over into E-Trade. That's a rollover. Or let's say you had a 401k with a company, and let's say you didn't work at that company anymore, you had it somewhere else and you wanted to roll it directly into an IRA with E-Trade. That's what a rollover IRA is. E-Trade, one-stop rollover, I don't know what that is. Traditional IRA is just a traditional IRA, which is different than the Roth. So with a traditional IRA, money goes in pre-tax. So the money is pre-tax, and then the money will grow tax deferred. You won't pay tax on the interest you accrue. And when you're ready to take the money out, that's when you will pay tax on the money. So the thinking is, when you're younger, working, you're in a higher tax bracket. So you get that tax deferred growth. And then when you're older and you're retired and you're ready to take the money out, you're usually in a lower income tax bracket. So when you take the money out, when you're retired, it'll be a less tax liability. With a Roth, it's kind of opposite. So with the Roth, the money goes in after tax, and then it still grows tax deferred. But as long as you've had the account for at least 5 years and you're over 59 and a half, you get the money out tax free. So that's what a Roth IRA is. In a traditional IRA, you can take the money out penalty free, also 59 and a half or older. And then once you get to like 70 and a half with the traditional, there's something called a required minimum distribution where you have to take money out every year, a certain amount. But I can talk about that later. And then a SEP IRA is if you have like your own business or you're self-employed and you want to offer an IRA to your employees. That's what a SEP IRA is. So it's just an IRA retirement account offered for people who are self-employed, have their own business, to want to offer that for their employees. So for today, I'm going to just do brokerage and see what that does. So, see, look what it says. It says the application will take about 5 to 10 minutes. So, everybody out there that wants to open a stock account or you want to start buying stocks and you think you don't have time, you think the process is hard, it says the application only takes 5 to 10 minutes. So, 5 to 10 minutes of your time, you can start building wealth with just 5 to 10 minutes of your time. So, it's really no excuses if you really want to do it. Like, I really only want to talk to people that really want to do it. If you just want to talk, then go talk. But if you really want to do it, like, this is how you do it. So 5 to 10 minutes. So individual, you can open an individual account, a joint account if you're married or you want to open it to someone else. A custodial account is for a child, for a minor. So if you want to open one for your child, you could open a custodial. For today, I'm going to just look at individual. I am new to E-Trade. Yes. Name. Let me put all my information in. Okay. The next, you put your name and email. The next screen is your address. So it's really self-explanatory. So start your application. This is the process. Start. Personal information, account setup, confirm and submit. So it's really, really simple. You know, it's really simple, but I just wanted to show you guys for the people who are happy. So let me type the rest of this. Okay. So then it's just asking phone number and tax holder information, social security number, country of residence, number of dependents. It's really employer name. So it's really not that much. If applicable, please check the box next to each statement. I am employed by a registered broker-dealer, a security exchange, or FINRA. That just means if you work at another brokerage or a financial company, they want to know that, basically for like insider trading, stuff like that. Most people don't, so don't worry about that. I am a director or policy of a publicly owned company. Director or policymakers. That means if you're, in a publicly traded company and you're like a policymaker, director, or somebody high up, most people won't be. I'm a 10% shareholder of publicly owned company. Most people won't be. So a lot of people get confused with this kind of stuff. I'm familiar with this terminology, so it's real easy to me. But really don't worry about it. It's just really for mostly people that already work in the finance industry and they work for a different company. They want to know who you work for, why are you coming with us, to avoid insider trading and other stuff like that. So don't really have to worry about that. This will not apply to mostly everybody. Then they're going to ask your net worth. So what assets you have, investment activity, what do you primarily plan to use this account? Let me fill the other stuff out first, and I'll come back to investment activity. I'm filling out the employer information. I am self-employed. Okay, so now we're at investment activity. So this will probably confuse some people because they're not familiar. So how do you primarily plan to use this account? Okay, so it's an investment account with transfer expenses, long-term investment, professional asset management, savings for retirement, other. I mean, it depends on your situation. For today, I'm just going to do long-term investment. I'm big on long-term investing. What is your investment objective for this account? Speculation, growth, income, capital preservation. So capital preservation is just basically to have liquid money there. Just have money preserved if you need it. Income, meaning like to live off dividends or stuff. Growth, speculation. I'll just do growth. I mean, it depends on your situation. You know, it's really, they're just asking you just to get a gauge of why you're doing it, but, you know, you can really pick what you want. It's really not that big a deal. What is your investment experience? I could say excellent. Most people may put good, limited. I mean, it really doesn't matter. How often do you trade? 10 trades per month. I mean, whatever you feel you would do, I would probably do. I'm not going to be heavily trading, so maybe 4 to 9. I'm not real big on day trading. Some people aren't. I mean, it's to each its own. I'm not big on it. Does anyone other than the account holder have trading authorization over the account? No, not for me. Okay, let's set up your account. Each trade has solutions to make it easier to manage the cash in your account. You can modify these choices after your account is open. Okay, so basically saying whatever you pick now is not set in stone. You can change it. So manage your uninvested cash. Each trade offers several ways to manage the uninvested cash. You can select the automatic transfer cash, money market product, or money account, which deposit in our FDS insured. Choose the following option. Click the continue button. I don't know what these are, honestly. Let's compare the choices. So it's just basically about the account that you will have your money placed in that gives you the ability to trade. So basically what's going to hold the money that you take from to trade. So I'm just going to do the first one. I mean, and another thing I wanted to tell people too, if you're feeling somehow you get confused, here's the number that's here, or any broker you use, just call them. Don't hesitate to call them. If you're stuck, like, you don't got to ask me or somebody else, just call them. That's what they get paid for. Like, call them and ask them as many questions as you want. So for this, I'm going to just do this. Access cash in your account with a free. I don't want to do that. Trading features. Okay. Margin and options. Most people that are new to investing will have to worry about that because it'll probably confuse you. Margin trading that just gives you the ability to trade by using like stuff as collateral. So let's say you don't have money in your account, but you have other type of assets or collateral you can put up. That allows you to still trade using other collateral. That's called margin trading. That's kind of confusing. And options trading it gives you the option. You can like purchase stocks or companies on options. That's also kind of confusing. So you don't necessarily have to pick that if you're new to investing. Go paperless. I'm big on going paperless. Okay, so you're almost done. You see, we haven't even been live that long and almost done already. So it's really, really simple. So let me see. Let me turn this around. Let me just check through everything. And then to me to set up like a username and password to be able to go into the account and view it and trade. So that's going to be the last part you probably have to do when you're opening an account. So just do something that you're going to remember. And it's just asking me to agree to the terms. Okay. So there. So your account is now opened. Get started by deposit funds into your account. It tells you how you can deposit, like with a check or transfer from your bank. So that's pretty easy. So it's that easy. So I never even had an account with E-Trade. So, why not open one that gives me the ability to now trade stocks through E-Trade? It honestly took, 10, 15 minutes. So if you want to start trading stocks, open an account. Like I said, you don't have to use E-Trade. I'm not suggesting or giving recommendations for anybody. This is what I just use. You can use Scott Trade, TD Ameritrade, like I said, Schwab, T. Rowe Price. There's a lot of them. I can name probably about 20 different brokerage companies or financial companies you can use. Call them, see what their fees are, and just open it. Like you see, just that simple. I opened a brokerage account. So now all I got to do is link my bank, put the money in, and then start buying stocks. So any stock that I want to buy, I can just buy. Look the symbol up. I already did a video on how to actually buy the stock once you have the account open. So now, since I did that, a lot of people said, well, how do I open an account? Now you can see how to open the account. So there it is. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any other questions, just reach out to me via email or messenger or any way. You can go to my website, which is www.McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Everybody have a great Friday, great weekend. I really hope that this was helpful just to show you how easy it is to open a brokerage account. Let's start buying these stocks. Let's start building this wealth. Let's start practicing cooperative economics. Let's start supporting black businesses. Let's buy black. Let's put our money together. Let's share resources. Let's reach out to each other. Let's support one another. So you see how easy it is. So there's no excuses. If you want to buy stocks or you want to start building wealth, you see how to open an account. There's no excuses.